Okay, so these are the questions we have received. How much we have received? 8 question as of now. Let us put it this side and let me. Okay, so what is a non-tech startup? Expand and then become a tech-enabled company. Okay, so there is a difference between a tech startup and there is a difference between a tech-enabled startup. So tech-enabled at present, every company is a tech-enabled startup. You can't survive without tech. But what you are talking about, tech enabled, I am not. For example, a company have a good chain of school and then entered edtech. If you are entering edtech, that means it is almost like a tech startup. To take an example, Joe Stock, if you know what Joe Stock is exactly, Joe Stock was YouTube channel. They were like curating motivational talks and just putting that into the YouTube channel. Now they are an edtech company. They are using technology to impart education to people to students from tier 2 and tier 3 cities through the medium of technology, YouTube and other medium that they are using. They became a proper edtech company. There is 100 million, there is 100 CR right now. No, there is 10 CR right now with an education company into UK at a valuation of 140 or 130 million, 130 CR crores. So if you are going to change your business model, you will move from tech to non-tech, and the valuation of your company will accordingly change. To take an example, previously Zomato was a completely tech company. Zomato was using the technology. It was a market company. It was marketing the restaurant, but now it is into food delivery, which is a non-tech factor. Now it is a company which is working on the operations with the core skill set of that company's operations. So yeah, this is. It is always. It is nothing like the people change from startups change from one side to another side all the time. So it is okay. Sir, I don't want enough fund to develop an MVP. Could you share some tips or ideas on how to build an MVP? First, I need to understand what you are building. If it is an MVP, and then you also there is a. Okay, let me tell you a story. I don't know how many have you heard about Leaf wearables. Leaf, LEAF, Leaf wearables are something like boat. They are into headphones. They are into other wearables like monitoring your BPM. They are into wearables. So the founder, he raised almost like 30 lakh rupees just by winning business plan competition. So it is also one way of raising fund, which a lot of people generally miss out. They to take an example, the prize money for IIT Bombay is for their E70 Eurocard is somewhere around 50 lakh rupees. So if you are going to pitch there, if you are going to win there, that is almost 50 lakh rupees. Is almost like an angel round. So you can generate money from that. Then there are incubation centers, which also, if your product is like good, there are some government grants for it. So you can reach out to the government incubation center and check if there is some grants which are they are giving for developing such kind of products. Then you can get it from there. Recently, I think even to develop the Play Store kind of thing, Paytm also started with a grant of 100 CR. I think they announced it yesterday only. The Trivago guy who just joined Paytm, he announced it onto LinkedIn and other social media platform. So they have also started with 100 CR grant for developing a app store into India. So look for that if you're not having money and you want to develop a MVP. Uh, uh, or is there any incubation of whom you know well? As already mentioned, you have to look for what is your product, because I can't comment over here that whether the incubation center is going to help you or not. There are a lot of incubation centers which help. There are government funded incubation centers which also give grants. So you have to look at that. Do some research. You are an entrepreneur. It should be like part of your life. Do some research. Find out who does and who not. Give you example of tech and non-tech startup which are big now. Take example, it is always there. Paytm is fintech. Zomato is like previously on market, now it is into operation. Then there are like Oyo is there. Then there are plenty of tech startups are out there. But when you talk about Oyo and Zomato, they are not completely tech startup. They are a bridge between tech and non-tech. They are providing services and services, which is a non-tech part of it, and then they are providing it through technology. They are technology-enabled non-tech startups. So these are the example of tech and non-tech startups. Then there are there are companies like Indigo. It is a when they started, it was not a startup. Indigo. They started with single flight, and now they are like huge. They are big. So it was a non-tech startup. It is had nothing to do with technology. What is the meaning of bootstrapping? Bootstrapping is a method of using your own money, using bootstrapping or bringing on founders and co-founders, or bringing on employees on stake basis without paying them money, getting work done from them, and then that will be and then creating the MVP out of it, and then generating some revenue and getting funding. After that, start paying them. So bootstrapping is a way of creating your raising your startup without spending money. It is not like you are not going to spend a single penny. You are going to spend money for like server charges will be there and other charges will be there. It is like you have some money. Suppose that you have 2 lakh rupees into your account and you want to start a startup. So how judiciously you are going to use that money, or how you are going to use that minimum resources out to raise your startup is called bootstrapping. And the best thing about bootstrapping is that you are not diluting any uh, any stakes, and you are not signing onto any you are not signing onto any document of the angel on the investors or VCs terms. So this is bootstrapping. It is a separate section into the master class. There it will be like we have a entire section on bootstrapping there, so you will understand how you can bootstrap, how you can bring on team members without giving them any salary or giving them any money. There are techniques into it, and it is a quite a good way to start your venture if you are not having money to start with. Generally, apps with parents, something like Badges, Think and Learn, etc. So we are invested in this. Okay, Badges is a brand name. The company, they always invest into parent company. They are not going to invest into app or anything like that. The investment always takes place into the parent company. So just be sure. Like for Startup Monk, where our parent company is Decode Entrepreneurship Innovation Private Limited, but our brand name is Startup Monk. So if you are going to get your company registered, you will understand how things work on brand and the on the parent company. Ola's parent company is ANI Technologies. Paytm parent company is 197 Communication, I think. 197 Communication, I think, something like that. So this is the investment always take place in the parent company. Okay, growth. If you are talking about growth, it is generally the average trend which investor like to show is something like 150% year on year, or if you are talking about a month, it will be something like it will be something like 200 or 300 percentage of month on month increase into the revenue. That is what we call growth. So this is how growth works. And it is when we talk about growth, it is also to understand more about how the domain is increasing. Suppose organic food is a non-tech company, but organic domain is really increasing as of now because people are getting more aware about the usage of about the benefits of the organic food. So that segment is increasing. And when we talk about valuation, there is two different parts. There is growth of the market growth, and there is valuation growth into the valuation part. So you need to understand. I think we will take it next time. I think it is something which need to be discussed. We'll take it something next time. I will not be clicking it up. I will just leave it like this, and we'll take it. Could you please give more example of tech B2B? SaaS products are tech B2B. Suppose that somebody has created a software which will only be used by a big company. That is a B2B. It is again a specific question. So like cropping is a startup which is an agri-tech. It is into B2B. So they only deal with countries. They sign MOUs with country and provide their software services to them for the agriculture ministry and all. So they are doing good. They are generating good revenue out there.